Well, I'm back and it's been about 60 days. This video is not going to be as traditional. I'm not going to cut everything out. You're going to see most of it without anything cut out. But I'm trying to keep the channel alive as much as possible, even though I'm going through some personal things and there's a lot to do since it's becoming summertime. I just don't have the time for videos anymore. But I still like to keep all my PCs up to date, and this was the latest that I built, and this thing needs a BIOS update, so I figured I'd walk you through it and get this thing up to date. It's only one version behind, but it is I think it's a security update that it needs, and something else to do with a BIOS. There's some sort of a setting, but we'll look at it quickly, and we'll get this thing up to date, right? So stick around. This is an MSI build. So this is a MSI Z690 Meg Ace motherboard. This is one of the top of the line motherboards that as a consumer that you would want to purchase, that you could get, except for I think like the Godlike motherboard that they may have made then. But this is right below that, not too shabby. So this one is one of my favorite builds right now. It's got the gold theme. We have a lot of cool stuff with this. I love this LCD readout on the case. But anyway, I'm kind of getting off point and off topic. So let's get this thing done, shall we? Stay right there. So nowadays, you don't need necessarily a thumb drive that is less than 16 gigabytes and formatted into FAT32. This is an Extreme Pro one. We're going to use this. It's 128 gigabytes. As a matter of fact, I don't even know what this is formatted into. But I got the screen hooked up to this because I don't feel like getting this thing up and running right now. It's actually going through some updates in the background. Because if I didn't say so, it's been about 60 days since I've actually been down in this room doing anything. So I'm got this thing all up to date as far as Windows updates, but now it's time for the BIOS. And again, we're going to use a more modern way of doing it. And a lot of modern BIOSes now, maybe the real cheap motherboards, you can't do this, but the mid-level to higher end level, and maybe even the cheaper boards, I don't know. I don't have all the answers, but you just don't need to do it the old-fashioned way anymore. For other motherboards, I've been finding that out, so I will show you how to do this. First thing, we are going to format this. So stick it in your computer, and I'll get you zoomed in here because I'm not going to record this. I'll get you zoomed in and kind of take a look here. All right, I'm going to attempt to do this. You're going to be looking at this, but I'm standing behind it, as you can see right here. But I'm looking at another screen, looking at through the camera to this. So it actually looks kind of pretty decent. So we just hooked this up, and what we're going to do, come down here on the left-hand side. Usually, if this is closed, by the way, you can always come down here to the manila envelope, open it up, and then we come here to the left-hand side, and we can see this PC, and see right below it where it says D drive. You can get to it that way, or you click on this PC so you can have more of a visual of all the drives that are hooked up. And what we are going to do is do a right-click on this one. It does look empty. Let's just check it out, but we're going to format it anyway. Yep, it is empty. So let's go ahead and get back. Do a right click on it. And then we're going to come down right here where it says format. And see it says EXFAT. We'll do NTFS. Okay. Some of the other ones you'll have what's called FAT32. That's what I've always recommended. And that is the safest way still. If you want guaranteed support on your motherboard, FAT32 is the way to go. But, like I said, we don't have to rename it or put a label on it. And a quick format is what we want. It's already checked. Click Start. It's just warning you that all the data on it is going to be deleted if you proceed. That's okay. All right, we are complete. Now, we're going to leave the drive right in there because this PC is the one that we're updating. If you did this, if you had to download the BIOS through another computer, obviously you would download the BIOS, put it on there, and then you'd have to eject it. But I'll explain that a little bit more in a minute, but it should be Fairly straightforward. Now, to get to this screen so we can see what the BIOS is, I will close it. We're coming right down here to the start window, do a right click, come up here to run. And right here it says MS32. Obviously, if you haven't done this before, yours will not say MS Info 32, but go ahead and type that in verbatim, exactly how it's spelled out there, and then click OK. This window will pop up. And then right down here, you can see where it says BIOS version and date. This one is BIOS version 1J0, and it has a date of 9/3/2024. Okay, now what you're going to do is come to your browser, whether it's Google, Firefox, or MSI, or MSI, Microsoft. That's what I was looking for. So we're going to do a search. See, I did a search right here. I just typed in the motherboard, and then all I did was scroll down. You could type in BIOS after that, but I scrolled down right here, and that's the link that I clicked on. I'll even click on it again just to show you. And of course, up top we have what's called support. That is for the actual whole website. That's not what you want. You want support. Get out of there. You want support for the motherboard that we're working on, which this does look like my motherboard. So we're going to proceed to support. Occasionally, you will see support that'll say, you know, for like what version your motherboard is, like version 1, version 2, or revision 1, revision 2. You just have to know what it is. A lot of times they're actually all the same. But anyway, we click on support. And we scroll down. It's already clicked on BIOS. And we keep scrolling. And the very top one here, we can see it says 1K, version 1K right here. So you see this 1K? That's what we're looking for. The V is the version. If we scroll down a little further, look at, we have 1J. And our last one, if we take a look, remember? It said 1J, 1J0. That's because there's no other revisions after that. So we'll close that. We know we have this, and look to see up here what this actually fixes. Fixes the issue with the DMI UUID loss after clearing the BIOS, and it has a security update. Now, if you don't know what any of these mean when you get a new BIOS update, it's okay. There's a fix for something that was a problem, and I just like keeping my BIOSes up to date. Unless it's a beta BIOS, I generally don't do beta BIOSes, but a lot of times if they're out, they're probably okay. It's just not everybody has had it and given a chance to give feedback yet, but that's okay. All right, so over here, we have a little download. We're going to click that. It's going to download into a zip folder, and now, since that is done downloading, we can actually exit out of there. We can come right here to our envelope again, go under downloads, and let me get rid of this. I always seem to have something extra that I have to delete. And see, this is a zip folder, so do a right click on it. We're going to extract everything that's in this zip folder right back to the downloads folder. And now we have this. Now we don't need the whole folder. What we want is just this right here. That's the only thing we want. Now you can do a right click and click copy, or Control C on your keyboard. And what we're going to do is come to our D drive. So again, come to our D drive. The folder is empty. Remember, we already formatted it. So Control C, or you could do a right click and paste if you really want to, which would have been right here. All right, so now we have it on the actual thumb drive. So now we can close this, we can close this, and what I like to do, I generally don't like leaving the thumb drive in the top of the case. I generally like hooking it up directly to the motherboard. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this thumb drive right here that we just put that file on, and I'm going to stick it into any USB port in the back, any one of them. Even if it said BIOS on it, or You know, it's USB 3 or higher, USB 3.0 or higher. Actually, no, you can do it USB 2.0, excuse me. That really doesn't matter. So any USB port that's back there that's available, this will 99% of the time work. If it doesn't, shut it down, switch it over to a different port, and then do it again. All right, now, how do we get into the BIOS? Well, there's a couple different ways, if I can speak properly. One is to shut down and then, or restart and then spam the delete key usually. That'll get you into the BIOS. Or what I really, really like doing is coming here to the search bar and just typing in troubleshooting. We click here, right? Then we have, see, I have some stuff on the camera that is not allowing me to see everything here. So let me see if I can move this a little bit. Okay, now I can see stuff, and let's see. Oh, maybe it wasn't troubleshooting. I'm sorry. Maybe it was. I haven't done this in a while. And okay, so we don't want troubleshooting. Maybe I'm just not seeing it there. That's okay. This is more of a live experience instead of editing this portion out. Let's go with recovery. That's what I think I want. So we have recovery options. And we got right here, advanced startup. That's exactly what I want. So we click on that. And then we do this. Restart it. Oh, look at all that dust all over that. Man, I should have cleaned that up. That's all right. Get a little hair down here. Uh-oh. Oh, look at that. It's trying to focus. It needs to focus on something. Maybe if I put my hand here. There we go. Okay. All right. So when it reboots into this, what we want to click on is troubleshoot. And then click on advanced options. And then right here, UEFI firmware settings. And then we're going to go ahead and restart. This is going to get us directly into the BIOS without question. And in about 5 more seconds, should be in the BIOS. There we go. All right. So, MSI BIOS is fairly straightforward. Right here, it's M-Flash. That's the one that we want. It does reboot. Asus doesn't reboot. I don't know why MSI does. I think ASRock does also. But I don't know if you can hear it, but the whole PC rebooted. You can see it too. And just give this a few more seconds. We'll get back into the BIOS here. You can see it's entering the flash mode that it just said right there. And there we go. So this automatically picked up what we want at the Extreme Pro. You can see right here. And we can see that this is the file that we want. It's the 1K. Are you sure you want to select this file? Yes, we do. Now it's updating the BIOS. Bam! Look how easy that was. I mean, obviously we're not back to the desktop and everything's running perfectly, but look at that. Isn't that amazing? And you can actually see the old version right there. And I don't know why it actually has the old version. I'm trying to see. Oh, I see what it's saying. It's 1V and it's going to a greater version, equal to or greater. So this is greater, obviously, to the 1K. And it gives you some of the specs too. You can see how cool, over here, the CPU is running. Look how cool that is running. Now, of course, my front panel is off right now, but come on. Even in the BIOS while it's doing something, running at 2728C. That's pretty cool. Of course, I have a 420 millimeter AIO in this thing too. That really helps things out. And it's brand new. All right, we just had our first shutdown, and we just got to give this time to... It could go through a couple, 2 or 3 reboots. But this is all in real time. I'm not cutting any of this out, just so you can have kind of an idea. But this is a fresh build. This does not have anything on it. It has not been used for years, even though it is a 12th generation motherboard. This will support your 14th up to 14th generation CPUs. So 12th, 13th, and 14th generation. This is a very awesome board. I actually thought about selling it, but I don't know if I can part with it. I just don't have room or the reason to keep all these PCs around. All right, so it looks like we're getting back into Windows here. And it should be... You know, for some reason, I don't remember naming this PC Golden Age. I thought it was something golden, but I guess I named it Golden Age. And, you know, after a couple months, I forget what I named things. So, look at that. Back into the BIOS, or back into the Windows. Let's go ahead. Oop, I didn't want to open that. Let's do a right click here. We're going to go to that run again, the MS32 info, and boom. And what do we have here for the BIOS? Look at, we have 1K. Awesome. And that's all there is to it. See how simple stuff can be when you have somebody to walk you through it. I get more and more compliments and praise. I don't really want to use that word, but I get high compliments, high value compliments for showing them how to walk through a BIOS update. Some people do have problems. I ran into a black screen. In that case, you need to just wait it out, probably 5 to 10 minutes. After that, there's either something wrong with your motherboard, so you either bricked it, but that's probably not the case. It's really hard to brick a motherboard unless you somehow force the wrong BIOS on it, or there was just something wrong with it taking that BIOS and it just so happened to go. In that case, it may not have been your fault. The other thing is if you lose power, even briefly, if you lose power or something became corrupted, those are the only reasons. So, but after that, if it's 10 minutes, I've had it happen in at least one video that I did a while back. You can see an MSI update, and it black screened on me. And that was after the BIOS. It looked like it completed, and it just went to a black screen. It never came back, never went into Windows, never went into the BIOS again. So I ended up just waiting about 10-15 minutes. I said, okay, well, shut the power off. There's nothing I can do. Turn the power back on. It went right into Windows or went into the BIOS or something, and everything was fine. So just do that. So anyway, hope you learned something. And I don't know how long I'm going to keep making videos because I got some things going on. So anyway, I appreciate y'all sticking around. But until next time, take care.